Good morning everybody and welcome to Children's GTV. Now if you were wondering why am I taking over the morning slot for George Brind today, well I have some news that I need to tell you. Now because today is Monday, as this is going to be the last continuity that me and George Brind will ever do, because I'm only here for this morning because I have an announcement that I'd like to make. That first up, now George Brind however will be doing the afternoon slot this afternoon, and of course tomorrow, which is Tuesday, now it's going to be George Brind in the morning slot as normal, and of course for the afternoon, me and George Brind will probably do the presenting together. That's on tomorrow afternoon. So sadly, this is the last time me and George Brind will ever present some programmes for younger viewers in mind. So yeah, that's pretty much my announcement now. But don't worry though, all your favourite programmes will still be there for a few days. So, and of course, speaking of which, now on Children's GTV, here we go with the first programme to begin with. And here's the patch stop in Playdays. I wonder what Peggy Patch is up to today. Let's find out.
But where does it go? Where does it stop? Watch for the sign of the lollipop. It's the patch stop.
Go home. Goodbye.
And that was Playdays. Well, mind you, Peggy Batch sure likes going on adventures with her friends, the Y-Bird and Poppy, the cat. Oh, yeah, and of course she even hangs about in her own den. Yeah, that's otherwise known as the Play Den. Oh, yeah, and of course, now, away from the Play Bus, the one that used to be called back then, so now it's time for Bodger and his naughty badger, in which today they are celebrating Puddleford Day. Oh, and may I point out that this is ultimately the penultimate episode of the 9th series of Bodger and Badger. And here it is. And I wonder what Mrs. Melly is going to be wearing today. Or is it Mrs. Smelly? Mrs. Smelly. Anyways, here's Bodger and Badger.
Everybody knows Badger loves mashed potatoes. To shapes and eats them every day. Bodger and Badger, Bodger and Badger. La 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 la. Bodger and Badger, Bodger and Badger.
That was Bodger and Badger. Well, although it didn't go very well with Mrs. Smelly, when she always gets covered in mashed potato all the time. Yeah, well, one thing's for certain, I don't feel sorry for her. But I do feel a bit sorry for Simon Bodger getting covered in it all the time. But I do know that Badger is always a mashed potato loving badger. So anyways, that's Bodger and Badger, and now let's move on to a calmer side of Greendale now, and it's time for today's episode of Postman Pat, in which there was a robot running loose in Greendale.
Postman Pat, Postman Pat, Postman Pat, and his black and white cat. Early in the morning, just as day is dawning, he picks up all the post bags in his van. Postman Pat, Postman Pat, Postman Pat, and his black and white cat. All the birds are singing. Postman Pat, Postman Pat, Postman Pat, and his black and white cat.
Was Postman Pat. Well, mind you, I'm so glad that the robot is now very useful, because he's not a robot postman anymore, because he's now turned into a robot scarecrow, just try and scare off the crows away. Yeah, but anyways, now let's move on from Greendale and over to the Okie Hollows in today's episode of Okie Doke and the Go-Kart Race. And I wonder who's going to win this time. Well, let's find out.
If you have a problem and you need a helping hand, cross the dell and ring the bell, he'll understand. Don't worry, 'cause here comes Okie Doke. The friendliest of folk is Mr. Okie Doke. Don't worry, 'cause here comes Okie Doke. Get ready for good old Mr. Okie Doke.
And that was Okie Doke. Yeah, because mind you, that Dave and his squirrel friend got disqualified for going past the Mouse's family's home. Yeah, because that would cost more than in a race. Like money, for example. But I'm glad the little mole is the true winner of the race. Well, at least there's no mole about it. No mole about it. Anyways, let's just move on to the next programme. And the next programme would be Poddington Peas, in which Happy and Bumpy goes on a balloon adventure. Now, that's in a hot air balloon, by the way. But I wonder what trouble they could land into. Well, let's find out.
Down at the bottom of the garden, among the birds and the bees, a little lot of little people, they call the Poddington Peas. There's Creepy, Black-Eyed Bee and Dumpy. Keep it a secret now, please. There's Zippy, Happy, and the Sweet Pea, and all the Poddington Peas, the Poddington Peas.
Down on Poddington Green, Dumpy was blowing up Happy's giant air balloon.
And the Sweet Pea, and all the Poddington Peas, the Poddington Peas.
And that was Poddington Peas. Well, mind you, that because when Bumpy got covered in a flour, because that's like a ghosts of Poddington. Scary if you believe me. Now, anyways, now let's move on from the world of peas and moving on to the world of Rotherham with the Chuckle Brothers. And in today's episode, the Chuckle Brothers are going monkey business. Now, that's what's known as a monkey. But, of course, I think the Chuckle Brothers are going to be dressed up as monkeys, really. Not when it goes thing. And now it's time for Chuckle Vision. Right, to me, to you, to me, to you, to me, to you.
Well, I don't know about you, but the Chuckly Chumps will be back again later on this afternoon as George Brind will be doing some pretending Chuckle Vision and loads of your other favourites. But of course, that's probably later on this afternoon. But sadly, this is where Children's GTV will bow out very soon. But anyways, carry on singing.
Was the Chuckle Brothers. Well, mind you, I knew they were dressed up as monkeys, really, because apparently, they're not supposed to be going round doing some monkey business. Okay, so now on Children's GTV, and here we go then. Here is our fifth musketeer, or otherwise known as Albert, Albert. Yeah, that's the theme song of it. Well, you'll probably just see the theme tune of it as you go through the episode. And today's episode, the Pillow Caper.
He's Albert the Fifth Musketeer. He's there at the double whenever there's trouble with wood and string and stuff. The things that he makes have just what it takes whenever the going gets rough. His name is Albert. Albert. He's Albert the Fifth Musketeer. He's sharp, he's cool, he's nobody's fool. He's Albert the Fifth Musketeer. If you've been dropped in it, he's there in a minute. That's faithful Albert's way. He's got no pretensions, just lots of inventions that always save the day. Hooray for Albert! Albert! He's Albert the Fifth Musketeer. He's sharp, he's cool. He rides on the mule. He's Albert the Fifth Musketeer. There at the double whenever there's trouble with wood and string and stuff. The things that he makes have just what it takes whenever the going gets rough. His name is Albert. Albert. He's Albert the Fifth Musketeer. He's sharp, he's cool, he's nobody's fool. He's Albert the Fifth Musketeer.
And that was Albert the Fifth Musketeer. Well, mind you, I'm so glad that the king has got a pillow at the end. Although I wasn't so sure if it was very comfortable for him. But anyways, let's move on from the world of medieval and now moving on to a sudden holiday maker who goes by the name of Spot the Dog, in which he goes on holiday at mainly the seaside. Otherwise it would have been the CITV side. CITV side. Get it? That's just a little joke there. But anyways, here's Spot goes on holiday.
Spot, Spot, a lovable Spot. He's soft and cuddly and he smiles a lot. If there ever was a pup to cheer you up, it's Spot, Spot, Spot. Said Spot, I've just found a new friend. We'll come back to the beach tomorrow, said Sally. That's good. I'll be here, said his new friend.
And that was Spot
Goodbye.
the Dog. Well, I'm so glad he's had a nice holiday at the beach, and he's even made a new friend. And I don't even think it was a poodle or something. I think it's more like a brown dog with a bow on. Sounds like a very nice friend there for Spot. But of course he can always come back tomorrow, because he's on holiday. Well, let's hope he's had a good one. So anyways, now let's move on from Spot the Dog and moving on to the next programme. And it's going to be Sooty and Co. And in today's episode, it's Matthew's birthday. I wonder how old is he going to be? Probably 65. No, it's not, directors. Anyways, let's find out in today's episode of Sooty and Co. Oh, and it marks the special appearance on whoever the female character is. But let's find out anyway.
Hey ho, it's Sooty and Co. Everybody say hello. There's Sooty and Sweet, and Panda called Sue, and little cousin Scampi. There'll be fun galore with the terrible four. Just you wait and see. It's Sooty and Company. Sooty and Company.
Hey ho, Sooty and Co. Hello. Oh, hello there. No rest for the wicked, eh? How are you feeling today? Addy? Bye-bye. Come on, blow the candles out, Vicky. Go on. Help, one.
Was Sooty and Co. Mind you, well, that was a bit of a surprise from a female person. And no, I'm not referring Mo from Market. I meant another female that works with Sooty and a gang. And I think they were only making a birthday cake for Matthew, but I'm glad it went very well though. So now on Children's GTV, it's time for Titch. And in today's episode, Tej is going to be making some biscuits. And there's one question to everyone. Will there be any shortbread? Or will there be any biscuits? Well, anyways, you'll soon find out in today's episode of Tej, right here on Children's GTV.
My brother and sister think I'm very small, but I'm growing a bit every day. And when I am big, I'll be good at the games. They say I'm too little to play. My brother and sister are bigger than me, but I'll keep on growing, and then they'll see that I can do everything all on my own. They won't have to help me because I'll have grown.
And that was Tej, yeah, because I'm so glad that he's enjoyed making biscuits, and he's even tasted one, and it was very delicious. Yeah, mind you, they do look a bit like shortbread, but except they're just biscuits, obviously. That's quite tasty if I say so myself. So now on Children's GTV, here we go with the final programme on this morning slot of mine, and here we go, Monster Cafe. And you know what they say? Calling all monsters! Whee!
Calling all monsters! Monster! We're heavy and we're hungry. Monster! We're coming your way. Monsters! We're stamping and a stomping and a moving and a grooving and a moaning and a groaning, and you'll find us at the Monster Cafe. Monsters!
Monster Cafe, where today Mummy is aching, Frankie is frowning, and Skunk Monster is skunking.
Right, I'll tell you what I do, right? One bottle of Hair Restorer, half price, and, especially for you, Piggy Monster, I'll chuck in.
We're heavy and we're hungry.
And that was Monster Cafe. Well, mind you, it was some sort of a restaurant that usually, that's mainly good for monsters to have. Especially if it's like a bat wing soup and some squashy eyes. Ugh, I think I'm going to be sick. Anyways, I think I'd better leave you to it now, because George Brind, however, will be back again with the afternoon slot later on this afternoon. So make sure you don't miss that out this afternoon, because me and George Brind were only swapping the slots this week. Just until tomorrow, because George Brind will be in the morning slot as well. So I will see you tomorrow. I will see you tomorrow afternoon when me and George Brind will do the presenting together of the programmes, and we either get to do the to me to you thing properly this time. So see you tomorrow afternoon, and George Brind will see you in the afternoon. Bye bye.